Good day. Our next topic is all about rational algebraic expressions. Our objective is to define and illustrate a rational algebra expression. Now, definitions of RAE or rational algebraic expression. The expressions of P of x over Q of x where P of x and Q of x are polynomials. And take note, Q of x should not be equal to 0. So, ibig sabihin, dapat hindi siya maging 0. Is called irrational algebra expressions. Now, these are the examples of rational algebra expressions. Number 1, 3 over 2x. Number 2, 5m over y minus 10. Number 3, m raised to 6 plus 1000 n raised to 12 all over m plus n. Number 4, 5x minus 3y all over 5y minus 3x. And the last one, 5m minus 10m all over 7. Or negative 5m over 7 if we simplify the number 5. Next, rational algebra expression, meaningless, undefined, or non-permissible. Ibig sabihin nito, kailan ba nagiging meaningless, undefined, or non-permissible ang isang rational algebra expressions? According to the definition, to find the values of the variable that will make the expression meaningless. First, factor the denominator. Kasi ang rational algebra expression is in the form of fractions. Yung P of x, that's our numerator. And Q of x, that's our denominator. So, para lang siyang fraction form. So, sabi daw, factor the denominator. Next, equate each factor to 0. And last, solve for the value of the variable. So, let's try some examples kung paano natin malalaman na meaningless or undefined or non-permissible ang isang rational expression or rational algebra expression. Tandaan, the Q of x or the denominator is 0. Yun. Gagawin lang natin 0 ang denominator to say that they are meaningless, undefined, or non-permissible. So example number 1. What value of x will make the rational expressions meaningless or rational algebra expression? 3 over 2x. Again, i-equate lang natin ang denominator sa 0. Equate means i-equal natin sa 0. So, meron tayong 2x is equal to 0. Then, we need to find the value of x. Anong gagawin natin? Divide both sides by 2. Then, 2x divided by 2, we can cancel 2 over 2, magiging 1. So, x is equal to 0 because 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0. So, therefore, meaningless siya kapag ang value ng x natin ay 0 because 2 times 0 is 0. Number 2, 10 over x minus 4. Again, denominator natin is x minus 4. Equate lang natin sa 0. So, x minus 4 is equal to 0. You can imagine that kung kailan magiging 0 yung equation na yan, di ba? So, tignan natin. So, x minus 4 is equal to 0. We need to add both sides para makancel natin yung negative 4. So, saan natin i-add yan? Sa plus 4. Kasi negative 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. Take note, kung nag-add ka sa left side ng equal, dapat mag-a-add ka rin sa right side ng equal. That's why mag-a-add tayo ng plus 4 din dyan. So, magiging x is equal to 4. So, therefore, the value of x is 4 para maging meaningless yung number 2. Next, 7x over 3x plus 6. The denominator is 3x plus 6 equate to 0. Okay. Gawin natin yung method natin, transposition. Lipat lang natin yung 6 sa right side ng equal sign. Tandaan, pag naglilipat, change sign. Since is positive 6, magiging negative 6. Yan, lipat natin siya dyan. So, meron tayong 3x is equal to negative 6. Then, we need to find the value of x. Anong gagawin? Divide both sides by what? Yes, 3. Kasi ang katabi ni x ay 3. So, meron tayong 3x divided by 3 equals negative 6 divided by 3. So, therefore, our x is negative 2. And last one, 3x minus 1 all over 8x plus 11. Our denominator is 8x plus 11, equate to 0. Transpose 11, magiging negative 11. That's why we have 8x is equal to negative 11. Divide both sides by what? Yes, by 8. So we can cancel 8. Kaya magiging x is equal to negative 11 over 8. Since we can not divide negative 11 by 8, or may remainder siya, assist lang natin ng fraction yung sagot. Example number 2. What are the non-permissible values for each rational algebra expressions? So, example natin. Number 1. 3 over x squared minus 9. Take note, in this example number 2, a-apply natin lahat ng natutunan nating topic from the start. Mula umpisa ha. Our denominator is x squared minus 9. Yan. Take note. Dalawa lang ang terms, then minus sign. Ibig sabihin, aalamin natin kung anong pwedeng maging method na gagamitin natin dito. Kasi dito, sinabi nga kanina sa step, we need to factor the denominator. So, paano yun? Alamin natin kung anong method ang pwedeng gamitin sa kanya. We have x squared minus 9. Paano yan? You need to check each term. Una, dalawa lang ang terms natin, minus yung gitna. So, ibig sabihin, ang pwede na lang sa kanya ay difference of 2 squares or difference of 2 cubes. Now, we need to check the two terms if they are perfect squared or perfect cube. Since our two terms, yung x squared and 9, are perfect squared, therefore, ang gagamitin natin ay dots. Means, factoring of difference of two squares. Kung naalala nyo yun, square root lang natin ng x squared and square root lang natin ang 9. So, yun na yung maging factor niya. Then, meron tayong x plus 3 and x minus 3. Magkaiba ang sign kasi difference of two squares yan. So, equate lang natin sa 0 yung x plus 3 and x minus 3 nang magkahiwalay. So, meron tayong x plus 3 is equal to 0. Transpose 3. So, magiging x is equal to negative 3. Next one, x minus 3 is equal to 0. Transpose negative 3. Meron tayong x is equal to 3. So, therefore, the rational algebra expression is undefined when x is equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 3. By checking, tignan nyo, 3 times 3 is equal to 9. 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. So, tama. Negative 3 times negative 3, 9. So, 9 minus 9, 0. So, therefore, tama. So, example number 2 na tayo. Okay. We have the given 4m plus 5 all over 4m squared minus 24m plus 9. Okay. Meron tayong tatlong terms. The 4m squared, 12m, and 9. So, alamin natin kung anong pwedeng method. Factoring ba ng PST or general quadratic trinomial? Yung PST, we need to check the first term and the last terms are perfect squared. Then, sa middle term, multiply natin by 2 the square root of the first term and the last term. Naalala nyo yung formula. So, reviewin nyo lang yon. Nasa module number 2 yon. Okay. So, square root natin. What is the square root of 4m squared? 2m. What is square root of 9? 3. Observe, the operations of the middle term, minus. So, therefore, meron tayong 2m minus 3 using PST. So, 2m minus 3 times 2m minus 3. Since magkaparehas lang yan sila, isolve na lang natin yung isa. Kasi same results lang naman. So, magiging 2m minus 3 is equal to 0. Yan. Transpose natin ang negative 3, magiging 2m is equal to 3. Then, divide both sides by 2. Yan. So, therefore, m is equal to 3 halves. So, the rational algebra expression is undefined when m is equal to 3 halves. Next, number 3. Yan, 4m plus 5 all over m squared minus 11m plus 24. Yan. Sa tingin nyo, anong pwede gamitin dito? Since 24 is not perfect squared, automatic, GQT yan. Tama? Think of two numbers once you multiply 24. Then once you add negative 11. Since positive yung 24 at negative yung sum, negative 11, therefore parehas silang negative. So anong sagot? Negative 3 and negative 8. Kasi negative 3 times negative 8 is 24. Then negative 3 plus negative 11 is, negative 3 plus negative 8 is negative 11. So, ayan. Equate natin sa 0. Ayan. So, meron tayong m minus 3 is equal to 0. So, transpose, meron tayong m is equal to 3. Sa kabila naman, meron tayong m minus 8 is equal to 0. Transpose, so m is equal to 8. Ayan. Therefore, rational algebra expression is undefined when m is equal to 3 and m is equal to 8. The last example. Yan. M squared minus 4m minus 21 yung denominator. So, QT pa din niya kasi 21 is not perfect squared. And they are factorable using that method. Think of two numbers once you multiply negative 21. And once you add, negative 4. So, therefore, kasi negative 21 yan, magkaiba yung sign ng dalawa. Tapos, since negative 4 yun, ibig sabihin, yung mas malaking number, dapat negative. And what are those? M plus 3 and M minus 7. Correct. So, same method. Transpose 3. Magiging M is equal to negative 3. Then, m minus 7 is equal to 0. So, transpose 7. So, m is equal to 7. So, thank you.